good.
Any other question?
Your Holiness, can you suggest a simple way of being happy in life?
Karsa.
Being happy.
Simple way of being happy in life.
I think look, children, young children, I think very happy. Because they simply, you see, very much fresh about basic human value or human nature, compassion. Once we join education, in modern education, not much sort of pay attention about inner value. The India's modern education, introduced by Britisher, they have their religion just to pray, God, God, God. You see, no knowledge about how to transform our mind through training, through shamatha, through vipassana. So, today's education system, I think, not adequate to bring happy individual, happy family, happy community. So now, education field, I think should add some ancient Indian sort of knowledge, how to bring peace of mind, how to tackle our emotion in a secular way. That I think very important. So one of my now commitment is try to revival of ancient Indian knowledge, not through ritual, not through prayer, but through education. These days I sort of expressing from kindergarten level, we have there sort of some also the some sort of knowledge, hygiene of physical. Now we should include hygiene of emotion from kindergarten level up to university level. India can do, no other country. So these 1,000-year-old your tradition is your tradition. Only question of revival, not learning from something from Kasoda, outside, part of your own sort of tradition. So only question is revival. Okay. So ultimate sort of source of happiness is compassion. More anger, as I already mentioned, brings anxiety, frustration, and then no longer peace of mind. So compassion, the whole world, through practice compassion, several decades, then the whole universe appears something very positive, no basis of frustration or fear. Okay. Next question.
Your Holiness, please enlighten us about the concept of karma to usher in a just social order.
As Buddha stated very clear, if you harm other, you get negative consequences. If you help other, you get positive consequences. Very simple. So action. Therefore, ahimsa come. If you harm other, you get suffering. If you help other, out of compassion, you get benefit. That is simple. And then, I think, in the society, bring more equal, particularly the poor people. Now this gap, rich and poor, very sad. At global level and national level. Within India also, you see, there is quite a serious gap, rich and poor. So in this field, your profession, rule of law. I think you also very important part to bring more equal under the rule, under the law. Everybody same. So, in just freedom plus rule of law, I think very important, very good. Okay. Next.
Your Holiness, it is an enlightening discourse on oneness, and it just made me think a little, and it would help better to understand if we could have your personal view on how you manage to practice oneness and how you effect that in your life, in your situation, and where you stand with China.
According to Buddhism, particularly Nalanda tradition, we usually describe entire sentient being, mother sentient being. Say, a life beginningless. You see, always go that way. So, some contact and different sort of different life. So therefore, we describe entire sentient being is our mother sentient being. That's our main practice. Then daily, you see, think about the value of bodhicitta, altruism. There's immense help. You see, and then, like the Shantadeva mentioned, think more others' well-being and more concern about others' suffering. You get maximum happiness. The more you think your own sort of selfish sort of thing, there's more suffering. Clearly mention these things. Dr. Shenji Dunga da yanda jawa ma shana, sanje yidu midu kwa na ya dewa me sadi.
So Master Shanti Deva in his Bodhisattva Charya Avatar says, unless you switch your own joy and happiness with suffering of others, leave alone reaching Buddhahood, even in the cycle of existence, you will not have happiness.
So today's many problems, including gap rich and poor, lack of sense of concern of others' well-being, just think oneself, selfish. So the practical level also, more altruism there, at least in the someone or more altruistic attitude, that the whole member of community consider that person wonderful. So at the time of, you see, death, you see, all the community feel very sad. Now that wonderful person, now no longer. If a person is always think a selfish way and even use selfish way everywhere, every time, then at the time of death, I think the community feel happy. Now that troublemaker, now no longer.